Hello, aloha, and welcome in this new episode of Touchful Podcast. I have been sabotaging the making of this episode very much. I can feel it. So, normally I release episodes on Mondays, and I have been very diligent about it. It's a promise that I made to myself that with each season that I start, that I dedicate myself to, that there will be an episode every Monday. And it has been so like this until yesterday. It was a Monday and there was no episode, and it's a Tuesday today, Tuesday evening, and it's my fourth time trying to record what I want to say and doubting myself whether I am able to deliver it, to share with you what I want to share. And what I want to share is something that came to me in my yesterday's meditation. So I did a meditation in the morning like I often do, and I got this extremely profound experience and a very deep, embodied realization. And my initial thought yesterday was like, okay, I want to share this. I want to make an episode about it. But then later throughout the day, I got so much doubt, which is ironic because the realization that I want to share and that I am so desperate to share with you, it is so much connected to doubt and shame and self-worth. So I spent the whole day yesterday kind of like battling myself and getting ready to record that episode for you. And then in the evening, when I was finally ready to at least try to put it in words, I realized that I left my microphone at work. So the saboteur in me was really strong yesterday. But here I am today, trying to make it happen, to find words. And I feel that this is still so very raw in me and so unrefined. And I know that this episode will be a little bit chaotic and unrefined. And honestly, I feel I'm okay with that, because I also feel that genuinely there is nothing else that I could talk about. I feel that if I don't deliver this episode in the way it is now, that I genuinely feel that I will not be ever able to record anything ever again. There is nothing else in my heart or in my mind that feels like I could be talking about. It's just this one topic that I want to talk about, something that I touched so deeply and profoundly in my yesterday's meditation, and it's the topic of innocence. But first I want to give you a little bit of background of what happened and how I touched it and how I felt it and how I still feel this, and I have been contemplating this and feeling this since yesterday. I do my best to start my days with meditation. Before I even turn on my phone, before I speak to another human, it is important for me to have time for myself. So I dedicate time every morning for my meditation practice. Sometimes it's just a few minutes of sitting and breathing and journaling, or maybe dancing or some movement. But sometimes I choose to dedicate myself to a longer practice. And this is something that I did. A couple of days ago, I decided that I would like to dedicate myself for 30 days of one particular practice, which is a very long meditation. It's 1 hour long meditation by Osho. It's a dynamic Osho meditation, which is called chakra breathing meditation. It's a tantric meditation where you breathe through the chakras in a very particular way, in a very dynamic way. And I'm just sharing a little bit of this in case you want to Google it and you want to find out more about this meditation. It's called chakra breathing meditation. And I believe yesterday was maybe day 3 of this practice. And like I said, I decided that I would like to do it for 30 days. What happened for me yesterday was this deep remembrance. I cannot even say that it felt like knowing or like realization. It was like a remembrance. I felt that I suddenly remembered something that I had forgotten a long time ago. And that what I remembered was that I am in my nature, and you are, and we all are, so innocent. And I feel that it is profound. And I wonder what it does to you, how it makes you feel, this word innocence. What kind of flavor it has for you, what it brings to you, what kind of image, what kind of feeling. And how do you feel when I say, I am innocent, you are innocent? In Polish, which is my mother tongue, in Polish, the literal translation of innocent would be not guilty, without guilt. Just like when a baby comes to this world, we kind of see a baby as innocent, pure, perfect, magnificent. And why is this baby innocent and pure and nothing but love? And we have no doubt about it. But later on, we lose it, we forget it. I definitely forgot it. This deep truth that I am made of love and that I am innocent. And then throughout my whole life, I have been conditioned to believe that this is not true, that I have to do something to prove my worth, to prove my value. And I found this really beautiful comparison that our true nature, the nature that is love and innocence, that it is like a mirror, and all the layers of conditioning, all the lies, all the things that we are made to believe about ourselves, it's like a dust that is, that comes on the mirror, on the surface of the mirror, until the point where a mirror doesn't work as a mirror anymore, because it has so many layers of dust and dirt, but the mirror is still there. The innocence is there. Yesterday in that meditation, it was so profound, and I can still feel it. And this morning in the same meditation, I felt the same. The deep remembrance that my nature is innocence. And there are all these layers of conditioning and me believing that I am not perfect, that all this is a lie. And I feel tears coming to my eyes when I say this, that what if it is all a lie? You thinking that you are anything less than this perfect, beautiful, innocent being that you were from the moment when you were born. You were this pure, innocent, magnificent being, creation of love. And then what happened on the way? that you forgot it? What happened on the way that I believe that I am anything less than that I need to prove my worth, that I feel unworthy of love and beauty and magnificence and miracles? How would it be to realize, to remember that this is not true, that I am innocent, I am not guilty, that I am in grace, that I am in love. It's my favorite saying, in love, inside her, embraced by love. And then suddenly when I connect to this feeling of I am made of innocence, I am made of love, and I am innocent, then suddenly so many things that I do in life, they suddenly don't make any sense. Because how many things you do in life because you feel guilty, because you feel not good enough, because you feel that you need to prove your worth. Suddenly, it just seems so stupid. Just again, think about it. This little baby that comes to this world, you came to this world as this little innocent baby. And nobody expected from you to prove that you are amazing and magnificent and innocent. You were this just by nature, just by showing up in this world. And now suddenly, I don't know if you feel like this. I definitely feel like this often. That I need to prove something. I need to prove my worth. I need to not even like to another human being. It's not even that, but it's this deep feeling of some sort of a disconnection. And it feels like I'm trying to reconnect to myself, to my nature, to innocence, to grace, to love. I kind of feel that I'm trying to reconnect with that by doing all kinds of things to prove myself, to prove my worth. But the worth is always there. The mirror is always there. The mirror didn't go anywhere. It's just covered by layers of dust. And suddenly I got to remember a Hawaiian story, a very famous Hawaiian story called The Ball of Light. I might have even shared this maybe in some of the previous episodes, I don't remember. But I suddenly remember this story, and now I understand it in a completely new way. So the story goes that each child is born with a perfect ball of light, a ball filled with light. But as the life goes on, the ball gets filled with stones, just like there is this dust coming on the mirror. But in that Hawaiian story, the story says that all you need to do to see that light again, to become that light again, is to flip the ball upside down. So all the stones will fall out and the light will shine again. And in this metaphor of a mirror, all you need to do is to wipe the dust off. And the mirror is there. It has always been there. My innocence, your innocence, the true deep nature of things, it is always there, hidden under these layers of conditioning, like stones in a ball of light or like dust on the surface of a mirror. But it is there, and nothing can take this away from you. Nothing can take this away from me. Your true nature, which is the nature of love and innocence, it cannot be taken away. It cannot be cancelled. And if we take this metaphor, let's keep this metaphor, I like this, of this ball of light that gets filled with stones, or the mirror that gets dusty, so we forget our true power, our true nature, then of course a natural question is what to do in practice to wipe the mirror. What is this thing that wipes, that cleans the mirror? What is this thing that flips the bowl so the stones fall out and the bowl is full of light again? It's a beautiful metaphor, but what is, in practice, what is this thing? And what came to me yesterday in that deep and profound experience, in that meditation, was the word forgiveness. Forgiveness. That forgiveness is like coming back to my original state, coming back to power, cleaning the mirror, flipping the bowl of light so the stones might fall out. And now when I kind of create this episode as I speak. So now when I am speaking, the Hawaiian concept of ho'oponopono comes to me. Maybe you have heard this word, ho'oponopono. It's the Hawaiian practice of reconciliation, forgiveness, and making things right. But what I love the most about ho'oponopono is that the literal translation, ho'oponopono, it means making right more right. And there is such wisdom in this Hawaiian idea of forgiveness, reconciliation, that you make right more right. The mirror is there. It is right. It is like your true nature is there. It's pono, my favorite Hawaiian word, when something is pono, when something is right, when something feels true and natural. And we all are, just by the very fact that we exist. And I still don't have full clarity on what it means, like forgiveness, like in what sense. But I kind of feel, and it came to me yesterday in that meditation, that I kind of feel that it's just start with forgiving myself. Forgiving myself. Forgiving myself. Forgiving myself for forgetting myself. Abandoning myself. Forgiving myself for each and every time when I believed that I was less than innocent, less than love. And to be honest, I have no idea where this contemplation will take me. And I feel that I don't see a full picture yet. I don't fully understand even why I am recording this podcast, other than I feel that I have to make this one. Not any other topic, but this one. And maybe it's just so I can give you this one word to contemplate on. Innocence. Not guilty. You are not guilty. And nothing can take away your innocence. And I really deeply believe this to be true, in this deep embodied way. And of course, I immediately have my mind asking like, okay, but what about, people do horrible things to other humans, people do horrible things to animals, people do sometimes horrible things. What about them? What about that? And my genuine answer is, I don't know, but I want to contemplate that. How would I live my life? How would I see the world? how would I see other people if I deeply, genuinely believed in innocence? Because if I can feel my own innocence, and I did feel that so profoundly in that meditation moment, if I am innocent, it means that you are innocent, and every being on this planet is innocent deeply in a core. And I don't know how to make sense of all the horrible things that people do. I genuinely don't know. But I'm asking myself, how would it be? How would I live my life? How would I show up? What would it change? How would I look at other people? How would I relate to other people if I allowed myself to see the mirror, not the dust, to see the light, not the stones? I don't know, but I want to keep contemplating on that. And I think I want to kind of like finish this episode here, now, and leave you with this contemplation as well. And I wonder how this episode is landing in you. I know it's a weird one, but I also realized that this is what I have been calling in this season. It's the season of intimacy. And this conversation definitely feels intimate, and it feels raw, and it really feels like an invitation to see into me, to see into my heart, to see into my soul, kind of like in a real life, and all the processes that are happening there. And I wonder how you feel about it. And if you want to share some of your thoughts, then of course you have my email address in the description of this episode, and I'm going to finish it here. And thank you so much for being with me and for spending a moment of your life with me. It always touches me deeply when I realize that somebody chooses to spend a moment of their life with me, listening to what I want to share, even if sometimes it's not very coherent or organized. But definitely this sharing today, it came from a very deep place in me, and it really feels like a very intimate sharing. I love you dearly, and I will talk to you soon again, hopefully next Monday. Aloha, bye bye.